Guys, today's gonna be a keto baking video we are doing. Go Rima.
So I didn't film this video. Sarah mainly did the cooking because she knows how to cook this, but I do all kinds of other meals. We'll just be both doing different meals because we're like good at different meals. But Sarah's gonna show you how we're gonna make her technically, but it's gonna make a.
She did some of the videography or whatever in behind the background.
Yeah, and I'm the editor, so I'm a good main part of this. But we're gonna be making what's it called again?
Keto banana walnut
bread.
Yeah.
It's like banana nut bread, and I love banana bread. My grandpa makes it, and it's so delicious.
So he wanted to do it a keto way, and I added some things to it, as you will see in the video.
So yeah, we'll insert the recipe. Sarah took a screenshot of it and we'll insert it on the screen so you guys can see the full recipe. But Sarah's going to talk over everything and just tell you everything about the recipe and everything.
And some things I did on behind of it that I didn't show in the video. So
okay, so let's go.
Heat your oven to 350 degrees, and it says to line a 9x5 loaf pan with parchment paper, but I don't think we had a 9x5. So what I did is I did find a loaf pan. It's like more of a bread pan, and I lined it with parchment paper, but it just depends on the size. I guess you got to cook it longer or slower. In a large bowl, which you would see in the video, we're going to mix together the almond flour, and the almond flour some of it's expensive too, but we use 2 cups of almond flour. And it don't matter what brand you get, just as long as it's organic and healthy and non-GMO. And then I also mix together coconut flour, which is 1/4 cup of coconut flour we used. If you don't have coconut flour, you can use more almond flour. Then you're gonna add baking soda, which baking soda is simple. Don't use baking powder. Use bacon. Oh no. Wait, use baking powder, not baking soda. What am I saying? And I used 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And then I used 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. We have a certain type of cinnamon that's more organic, and it tastes like real cinnamon. You don't want to buy the cheap types because you're gonna want to add more to it. Then I added sea salt. You don't have to use sea salt, but I used it to add get more of the sweet taste to it, and I used 1/4 of a teaspoon. And I mix all that together in one large bowl, as you'll see on the screen. And I just mix it together and put that aside because you're going to get a new large bowl, and you're going to add together the butter, and you want to make sure the butter is softened. But if you didn't soften the butter beforehand, just warm it up in the microwave for 10 seconds. And I use 6 tablespoons of butter. You want to kind of get the healthy butter. You don't want to get the not healthy butter. It would just be more ketos. Then I also use, it says erythritol. I think I'm saying that right. But I don't use that. You can use the sweetener you have. Just make sure it's stevia sweetened. We use pure on the screen. I'll show y'all. But we use that, and you just use the same amount. And the same amount is 1/2 a cup I used. I kind of use less of that because my family don't really like it real sweetened, like a really big stevia tasting to it. And then I just beat that. I mix it up together with the hand mixer. And I go ahead, and you want to make sure it's fluffy. Then you want to beat in the eggs, which I used 4 eggs. And what I do is you can put them together all together at the same time. But what I do is I mix one. I put one in, then I mix it. Put one in, then I mix it to make sure that it gets all the eggs mixed in. You want to put your hand mixer on low. Then you're going to stir in the banana extract. We use 2 teaspoons of banana extract. I got this banana extract from Walmart because I'm just not familiar with other extracts, if they're stronger or not. And then I also added the almond milk to it, and you use 1/4 cup of unsweetened almond milk. You don't want to get sweetened almond milk because it has bad sugar in it. You want to get the unsweetened almond milk. And then after all that, and I make sure I blend it up again with the hand mixture. Make sure it's together really well. and then I pour the dry ingredients into it. I just dumped it all in, but you can do small portions, like put half of it in and then do the other half. Make sure it's all mixed in well. The first time I made this, it came out really dry. I mean, if you like it like that, but I like cakes moist because I'm used to banana bread. Before ketos, it was moist. And so what I did is I added some type of oil to it, and I added MCT oil to it, and I added 1/3 cup of it. I don't know for sure if it's going to make it moist, but we'll find out. I'll tell you at the end of the video when I pull the cake out. And then I beat that on low too until it's a dough batter form. And then what I did is just show you the video. I poured that into the baking pan, like the loaf pan. And then I also, for that, I put chopped walnuts in there. You don't want to do whole walnuts, so you can do whole walnuts. So, sorry I've been interrupted. What I did is I put the chopped walnuts in there. You don't want to do whole walnuts. If you do get whole walnuts by mistake, chop them up because you don't want them big. But I put those in there, mixed that up. I just mixed it up with a spoon. I didn't have to do the hand mixer because that will make them even smaller. Stew those in. Yeah, there it is. And then I put that in the loaf pan. And then what I did is I put more chopped walnuts on the top of it. As you see in the video, Raymond's behind there. And then I put it in the oven. And I know I showed y'all 40 minutes. I do that for myself to make sure I don't want to overcook it. Because some people like it like crispier, but I don't really like it that crispy. But it says to do it for 50 to 60 minutes or until inserted toothpick comes out. I really do it for about 45 minutes it takes for that, but I also cool it off for 15. And I'm going to tell y'all for real. Parchment paper is awesome because you can easily pull it out like it comes out off the bottom. And I recommend you to get that instead of not doing it and just doing the spray. So you're going to cool completely before removing from the pan and slicing. The longer you let it sit before slicing, the better it will hold together. I've noticed that if I put it in the refrigerator overnight, it really does taste better and it's cooler. I kind of like banana bread in the refrigerator. But you don't have to do it that way. You can go ahead and eat it after it's cooled off if you like it warm. So I think that's the end of it. I'm going to show y'all a picture at the end of this video of it. Of us eating it. You want that to happen. But anyways, that's how you make it. So, and if you also want more recipes like this, like we do our own cookies. I think Raymond did a video on cookies. But I also make us pound cake, just different stuff. And I also did pancakes too. Pancakes are really awesome. Anyways, on with the next clip of this video.